Hi there viewers, welcome back from the weekend. Happy new month to you all. 6 p.m. by 6 o'clock, it's time for the news. Thank you so much for joining us. Our magistrates right away, some Cameroonians are still to come to terms with the recent increase in the price of fuel. The petroleum product known as Super now sells at 840 francs CFA, while gas oil cost 828 francs CFA. The fuel price increase, which went operational last weekend, is already affecting other sectors of the economy. Intra-urban transport costs have already increased in Douala, and there are already speculations inter-urban transport costs and prices of other commodities might skyrocket. However, the government says custom charges will reduce, salaries of civil servants will increase by 5%, plus minimum wages in Cameroon will also be adjusted. Viewers, these are major story details when we come back. Welcome back, viewers. Thank you so much for the confidence. The price of fuel has increased across the national territory, and taxi drivers and bike riders are now at war with their clients over additional 100 francs on the usual fare they used to charge customers to be transported to their destinations. The 100 francs increase is yet to be made official. This is due to the increase in the fuel prices at the pump. While Douala denizens resist paying extra 100 francs, transporters lament the consequences on them. Innocent Aze was in the streets of Douala. He now tells us what he saw and heard.
Tout est devenu cher et le gouvernement ne fait que...
City dwellers in Douala started the week with the increase in prices of fuel at the pump. Super now 840 francs per litre and gasoline 828 francs per litre. Now complicates transportation within the city. There is a problem now. We taxi drivers are the ones suffering the consequences because the government has not regulated our tariff as a result of the increase in fuel cost. We cannot impose unofficial transport fare on customers. For now, we maintain the normal 300 francs fare. It appears we are now working in vain because all the money will go back at the pump. Before increasing prices of fuel, authorities needed to discuss with trade unionists and increase transport tariff for us drivers. Right now, it is causing conflicts between us and passengers who are not ready to pay anything above 300 francs.
Je prends les passagers toujours au même prix en les sensibilisant qu'ils ne soient pas surpris que d'ici quelques jours, les prix seront augmentés.
Speaking to some commuters, they qualify the increased fuel prices as crazy and shocking. It is shocking and will greatly affect me and those working in the private sector because employers will never adhere to what government says, salary increment. It is well for those in the public sector, but hell for those of us in the private sector, since there will never be any salary increase. I used to pay 300 francs from Terminus to Bonanjo, but this morning I am charged to 400 francs. This is unbearable. How much do I earn? Even bike riders now charge customers extra 100 francs. To collect this new sum, they have to battle it hard with customers.
Have been filing up on the social media space on the recent increase in the price of petroleum products in Cameroon. Just like Professor Maurice Kamto, who is the president of the Cameroon Renaissance Movement, Cabral Libi and others are strongly against the price increase of fuel. They say it's high time Cameroonians woke up from sleep and fight for their rights. Lucy Liengu is here, compiled some of those reactions on social media, and now tells us more.
National President of the Cameroon Democratic Union, the increase in fuel prices is not necessary considering its adverse consequences to Cameroonians. Dam Joya also made mention of the fact that the modification in the price of fuel comes at a time when inflation is already at 8%. She equally highlighted that the growing budgetary constraints result from poor governance for 42 years. She says Cameroonians are not to be victims. Another reaction is that of Barrister Kere Muna. The legal mind says for Cameroon to accept the measures taken by the government, there is a need to understand the reasons behind it. He, however, says the oil sector in Cameroon is shrouded in opacity, leaving simple questions unanswered. Barrister Kere Muna on his page asked a series of questions on the absence of a refinery to process our own oil, why the refinery which was ravaged in 2019 has not been rebuilt, why is the selling of crude oil and importation of refined products, as well as acts of corruption like the Glencore scandal and other questionable practices are taking place in the oil sector. A Cameroonian, Abdurrahman Baba Hamadou, on his Facebook page decries the continuous increase, which to him is some sort of humiliation to Cameroonians who already are facing unemployment, poor education system, poor infrastructures, water shortage, power failure, and the socio-political crisis, amongst others. Also, Professor Maurice Kamto on his Facebook page denounces the miserable living conditions facing Cameroonians coupled with the recent increase in the price of fuel. He calls on compatriots from across Cameroon to